Hey guys, it's Erica. Today I'm doing another build, and this one is going to be inspired by like a traditional farm home. I think it's on the slightly larger lot. It's in Newcrest. I'm just filling up Newcrest before I start bulldozing like Willow Creek and the other one. But I had a really hard time during this build picking a color scheme and picking different windows and different doors because I wanted to make sure that it all kind of matched and that it all went together. And I also wanted to make sure that it was pretty symmetrical because it is kind of like, at first I was going for a cottage feel, and then I realized it kind of was turning into a farm home. And so I did like a cottage farm home mix. And it's pretty symmetrical, so I wanted to make sure that A, the color scheme matched, and B, that it was as symmetrical as possible. So I had a hard time. Like, I've already changed the windows twice. I'm going to change them again. So, right now, I'm trying to figure out how I want the front of the home to look. I thought those columns were a little too modern, and then those were too Roman. I don't think I've ever had this much trouble picking stuff for a home. I think it's been relatively easy from here on out. I wanted to do the rounded roof because that gave it a little bit of more of a cottage feel. And was originally going to put a door in the back and then realized I didn't do a backyard, I did a side yard. So I do end up fixing that soon. I kept going back and forth with the size of the house too, because I was like, well, I need more rooms because every house I've built so far has been kind of small, and this one ended up staying small as well. I think I'm looking for good windows, and then I end up changing the color scheme again. I was going to do the like black windows, but decided not to because those windows didn't come in a good color of black that I liked. So yeah, had a lot of trouble with this build. It was really fun though, because it's kind of stuff I don't normally, like the style I don't normally do. So it was fun. I liked it. And I recently found out, and the bug isn't prevalent in this build, but there's a bug where if you complete a room with a fence or a half wall, the roof starts to come through. And I actually found that out from James Turner at the Sim Supply. I was watching a video where he mentioned it, and I was like, I had no idea it was a bug. I thought it was just a thing that happened. Now I've got the layout pretty much sorted out. I don't change anything from here on out. I wanted it to be pretty simple. I didn't want to do any extra rooms like, usually I do like a room separate for the dining room, but I decided not to do that this time. And I decided not to do a separate room for, what was I going to say? A separate room for like a formal sitting area. I decided to do one sitting area, and the kitchen and dining are conjoined. So it was originally going to be 2 rooms. I do add a third room, a small room, third room in there. And I made this home pretty much for a small, well, not small, medium-sized family. So ultimately 2 children. I designed the master bedroom, and then I have one room that I have kind of for a teenager, and then one room is going to be for a toddler. Yeah, I'm finally getting the color scheme together. This is the final color scheme. Is that light brown color. and white. I'm kind of trying things out. I've not been this choosy before, as you can see. I've usually been pretty set on the color scheme, but this one I just kept changing it. I couldn't find anything that I liked enough. But I think we're finally getting there. And I wanted to do a single door on the side, and then those fences were bothering me. I think we finally got it figured out. I decided to wrap the porch around the side so that we could access the backyard, or side yard, I guess, from either door. And this really started to anger me because I really want there to be like a roof that can go on a corner and seamlessly blend in with the half-hipped roof. Because I really don't like using those roofs that I've used for the balcony, or not the balcony, but the porch. So yeah, I heard that there is going to be an update though for roofs, so hopefully they add more roofs in there along with like the tools and stuff that they're updating. That's going to be exciting because I heard once again from James Turner in his live stream the other day that they are going to add more features onto the roof. So along with shortening or lengthening the ends of the roof, you can shorten and lengthen the sides now too. So like where the arches on a roof, like on the top floor, you can adjust the edges and make it level with the wall, or have the edges come out a little bit more on the sides as well as the ends. So that's exciting. And I think the roof that I used for the porch, I think they're adding that adjustment too to the ends that we already have for the hipped roof. Oh, that's what they're called, hips, duh. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that because that's going to make building a lot easier and less frustrating. Yeah, I'm getting the kitchen together. I was kind of upset that I couldn't use the long table. I always like to use the long tables. Because I actually, during my gameplay, do like to do like the parties and stuff like that. And I feel like the more room you have, the easier a party would be. So yeah. I'm just getting everything where I want it to be. There's a lot of stuff I actually did off camera towards the end, like with placing clutter objects and finalizing a lot of stuff. I did actually film it, but it was so long that I didn't want to add it because A, it wasn't that important, and B, it was tedious. It was so tedious because I was just playing little objects. You'll see and you'll see them in the screenshots, and if you want to know how I did them, I can explain that as well. But I really like that Riverstone. It came with Outdoor Retreat. I really like it. It kind of fit in with the aesthetic of this home, the cottagey farm home style. I'm actually going to make a family to go in this home that I'm actually going to do some gameplay with. I'm pretty excited for that because I wanted to do something for the Parenthood Pack, which I don't have yet, but will be downloading next time I get paid. And I think this is a pretty good home to start off in for that. So I am going to make a family. I'm not going to necessarily play the family or anything until we get through it, but I think this would be a really good place to do like a Parenthood or like a family-based gameplay or something like that. And I think I'm going to scratch the other gameplay that I started, the Monahan family, because it was actually really boring. and I understand that's why nobody watched it. So yeah, I'm going to do better gameplay with a better story arc. Because with them, the whole plan was to like start from scratch with a family and like do a really long gameplay. But I think maybe it might be better to start with something else. So we might not. I'll let you know. I may continue them, but just go a different route with them. Or maybe make them like the parents of the one that I plan to do. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Right now I'm trying to figure out like the inside color scheme, like of the living area, which in turn will be like of like the hallway and stuff like that. And actually also the master bedroom. I wanted to go with like a not modern kind of take on it because everything else I've done so far is pretty modern, and I didn't want it to look like anything I've really done before. And I have limited packs, so I can't use like a whole lot of stuff. Like I only have the Outdoor Retreat game pack, and then I have both the expansion packs, City Living and Get Together. That's all I have. And I have, I think, one other stuff pack that I don't even really use. So, it's like the Glamour. It's not the vintage Glamour. It's like a different one. Oh, I'll look. I'll see what it is. It is the... Let's see. What is it called? Packs. It is the... Luxury Party? Yep. Luxury Party stuff. And then I also have the free holiday pack that came out like the week or like the year that Sims came out. So, yeah. Luxury Party. I don't know why I keep calling it vintage. It's just Luxury Party. And I actually hate most of the stuff. Like, I'm so irritated that I wasted money on that because it's not even that great of a pack. Like, all the packs leading up to... I think the first really good pack was probably... like the movie Hangout, Romantic Garden, Backyard, movie... all that stuff, perfect patio, cool kitchen, those look really awesome to me. And I'm not like the richest person in the world, so I got one pack and I was like, crap. I know they're only like $10, but I can't afford that. But I do plan to only focus on getting game packs for now, and then I'll get 2 or 3 stuff packs at a time. Plus, I'm on a laptop right now, and I only have a laptop, so I can't really download too much on it. I do plan to get a bigger, better computer and a computer desk, and hopefully be able to focus more on this. But as of right now, I don't have much. So, I don't know if you guys, I think I've said it before, but I don't have a actual mouse that I use. I use the laptop mouse to build because I lost my USB mouse that I usually use. And I film most of this from my dining room table, and I film voiceovers and webcam face stuff from my bedroom. So I don't really have a dedicated place to do all this, and I really want one because I want to not just do video games. I want to do stuff that I'm actually really into, like makeup and stuff like that. I don't want this to be just a game channel. It's going to be mostly gaming, but not a whole lot. This is where I'm adding the second bedroom, because I felt like 2 bedrooms was not enough for a family. So, yeah, that second bedroom is tiny, but it's for a toddler. By the time the teenager becomes an adult, the toddler will be a child, hopefully. Another thing you'll notice is that I used curtains in this one. I really wanted to. I didn't use many different curtains because the base game curtains really suck. But I did use curtains. I think my next build that I'm going to do is also going to be like a city living apartment reno or something like that, because I'm kind of sick of doing homes. Or maybe I'll do like a karaoke lounge, or like I don't know yet. I do want to do something other than, like, I'll do like a public build or something like that. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of this build. I really like it. I think it flows pretty well. And it's not for like a whole lot of people. I do hope to do a huge build soon. It just takes a lot. It takes me like 8 hours to do like a massive build. And like I said, I work throughout the day, every day, and only have 2 or 3 hours after I get back from work to film, and then I have the weekends, and I like to take those off, so it really just depends. We're just getting the rooms all painted. Ooh, excuse me, the way that I want them. I'm sorry for all the random pauses. My husband kept trying to talk to me while I was filming this, and every time I tried to split it and take out those pauses from the video, it would delete like half of the video, so I couldn't really. I use Movie Maker. I don't have any fancy editing software that I use, so I'm limited, because right now it's free for me to make these videos because of the software and stuff that I use. I use OBS to record, and then I use Windows Movie Maker to edit. My whole point with this teenager that I'm putting in this room, I wanted to make her really artsy, so I gave her like all the creative stuff, and I probably should have put a keyboard or a piano somewhere in the build, but I can add that later. I wanted to make her really into music and really into photography, really into art, and kind of make her like really artsy, like really artsy. So that my ultimate goal is to have her be like my main sim and just teach her so many different things and have her have so many different skills and ultimately make her like a super sim, which is why I'm waiting for the Parenthood pack so that I can do that, because I want her to have all those good traits that come with the pack that you can get, like the extra traits. And then also I'm going to give her reward traits as she finishes each aspiration. I do plan to make their lifespan really long or turn it off aging altogether, to make it kind of the way that I want it. And then from there, her legacy is what's going to start all of my different gameplay as I get more into filming gameplay. But I am going to upload a different video of me creating the family that's going to live here. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's going to be the Monahan family or if I'm going to do a different family. I'm leaning more towards a different family because I have a certain, like, family dynamic that I want to go for to make it a little bit more relatable and exciting. And, like, I have a lot of extra stuff that I want to put in there for this sim and her younger, I guess I chose brother, her younger brother. So I'm pretty excited. I may start her out before parenthood, before I get parenthood, so that, and just start using the parenthood pack later, because I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna change the lifespan to the long setting. So ultimately, she'll be a teenager for a pretty long time, and her brother will be a toddler for a really long time, and her parents will be adults for a really long time. So I usually play on long. I usually never use short or normal. And if I want someone to age up, I'll age them up. This bathroom gave me hell. I wanted 2 sinks in there, but I knew I wasn't going to get 2 sinks. So I ultimately gave up on 2 sinks. Because it's a master, so I wanted a bathtub and a shower, and I wanted 2 sinks. So we're going to screenshots now. This is the living area. Just blue and brown all throughout. The kitchen. This home will be on the gallery. Feel free to like, share, comment, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks.